Want to create consistent content without burnout? Yes, please. As an ESL teacher first and a coach for online language teachers, I've been creating content for over 15 years. And my journey had its twists and turns, which taught me some hacks to allow me to create content in less time as a young mother and also an immigrant. I've learned a thing or two about creating content without burnout, and in this video I'll share 3 of my go-to hacks and hopefully they will help you. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Elena Mutonono and I coach online language teachers how to work more sustainably when they teach languages online. Curious about 7 different formats of how you can teach languages without one-to-one classes? Check out my free Smart Teachers kit in the description. So hack number 1 is develop themes. You can do that by choosing monthly themes, or you can theme your content around your product or program launches, where in most of the content you try to build tension and encourage people to sign up or learn more about your product and program and its benefits. Now, depending on your niche, you can choose a theme of traveling or talk about places to travel if your goal is to bring people into your retreats. Now, if you teach test preparation, break your main theme into small topics, and you can spend 1 or 2 weeks on each topic. Focus not just on the tips to take the test, but also the objections that your students raise, the main problems, the small hacks, client victories that only you can share, which makes your content more relatable and more unique. You can theme your content around days on social media. Choose a day to share testimonials or video interviews. On YouTube, you can choose a day for live videos, a day for video content, a day for your podcast, maybe a day for interviews. The more decisions you make when it comes to the structure of your content, the themes, the faster your process will be. Of course, to develop a theme or a set of themes, you want to set the time for planning your content and prepare it in advance. If you don't want to get overwhelmed, you can plan 1 quarter at a time, not just a whole year at a time. Now, hack number 2, look at this theme from different angles. If you're creating a piece of content about using certain sentences, for instance, think of all the possible ways you can talk about this theme. Choose what you want to post on social media, in stories, on YouTube, on podcast, or via newsletter. In the beginning, you may only have just one outlet, and it's good. But if you build a system for that one social media outlet and post with strategy, not just randomly, just to post, you will discover that posting will be a fun and creative activity, not just a chore, and it will also land you clients. I like to save longer stories for my newsletter than a deeper dive into the subject for my online bound premium podcast on Patreon. A more generic format here on YouTube, and highlights or short, catchy, crunchy pieces for Instagram. As I said before, content creation does not work when you're constantly tired and overworked with your one-to-one classes. If that is your issue, please stop posting. Don't just post to post. Create a system. Create space in your day-to-day schedule so that you think about making content that actually connects with your audience. In my masterclass, I walk you through the process of transitioning from one-to-one classes into a more sustainable format using voice chats and Google Docs. And you can check it out in the description. Hack number 3, let go of your perfectionism and use your content creation as your personal creative outlet. You know, I love it, in quotation, when people who have been doing content for years will share with you some hacks that take actually a whole team to put together, like several variations of a thumbnail for your YouTube, or an exact script for the newsletter, where exactly to put the call to action. It is possible for them because they have all those years of experience. They've built systems and they've learned how to do that effectively by employing a team of people. They can turn every piece of content into an income generating machine. But it wasn't always so, even for them. And when you're starting, do not compare your journey with that of someone who has been at it for 20 years and has a large business, because it may be quite demoralizing. Your first attempts at creating content will just be a rough draft. Yes, it's very important to learn the hacks by watching this video or others. It's good to learn how to put your thoughts together and present them in a video or an audio format. But don't expect each piece of content to be the stellar, perfect masterpiece. Most of them are going to be your rough draft. When I work with clients, I share with them that it's important to get it done rather than making it perfect. That's why restricting your time and giving yourself only a certain time frame to create content is actually a powerful technique. Now, you will allow yourself to feel discomfort of posting the not so perfect video and make a commitment to improve one tiny element each month or each quarter. Maybe you want to start your YouTube channel today, but you don't have a good camera. Well, start it with the camera that you have and make a commitment to buy a new camera next month or a quarter. And then after that, you make a commitment to buy a new microphone. And after that, you learn video editing skills, or you find somebody to help you with video editing. So these are my 3 hacks on creating multiple pieces of content. I hope it was useful, and if it was, please like and subscribe and let me know which hack you are going to be using in your content creation today.